Okay, on this example, we have an equation. Let me bring it down here. Y equals 1.25 x squared plus 3.75 right here. They want us to find, and they're telling us dx dt is 0.5 and find dy dt when x is 2. Okay, how do we do this? Well, notice there's three letters in this problem. There's y, there's x, and there's t. The d stand for difference, difference in x over difference in t. So that means we're going to have to do the um, implicit implicit derivative. So when I go derivative this side, derivative that side, it's the implicit derivative for x and y. You remember back in chapter 3, I think it was 3.8, we did implicit derivatives where we would do like a y prime a lot of times. Well, now we're going to do it for x and y. Why is this different? Well, because we're taking it. When do you do implicit derivatives? You should always do implicit derivatives. You have to do implicit derivatives when you're doing the derivative, the rate of change of a letter with respect to a different letter. We want dy dt, we want dx dt. So x, t is different than x and t is different than y. So that's how we know we're doing implicit differentiation. That's going to be this whole section. So, all right, so here we go. So we take there, it's y prime, which really means dy dt. This one, bring down the 2. Let me see, multiply like $1.25 twice, that's 250, huh? 2.5 x, subtract 1 from the power, but then times x prime plus 0. This part just goes to 0 because, a constant number without an x or y derivative is just 0. Now, I know this probably seems a little weird, like, what? Where'd that x prime? You might be thinking, I remember back in that chapter where we do the y prime, but we never did x prime. Again, now it's going to be done in this section because x and y are different than t. Where in this chapter, it's related rates. It's all about the change in x or the change in y with respect to t. So if you're doing a derivative with respect to a different letter, and t is different than x or y, you got to do the implicit thing. So for both x and y, the implicit thing. All right, here we go. So let's find our stuff now. dy dt. What's what we want to find? Dy dt. Okay, that's this. That's dy dt. Okay, and then what are they giving us? They're giving us x is 2. So let's plug that in. So we'll say, okay, dy dt, or you can just say y prime, whatever, is 2.5. X is 2 times x prime. Now, what's x prime? It's right there, huh? dx dt, that's x prime, is going to be 0.5, like that. And then plus 0. So then just hit the buttons on your calculator. We're going to get dy dt equals that 5. Let me see. It's just 2.5. There the guy, yeah, 2.5. And so there we go.